Welcome back to Cooking with Vincent Price, and if you are new here, I am Danae, and I am currently cooking my way through all three of Vincent Price's cookbooks written and released in the 1960s to see how they taste to a modern palate and in the modern time. Today I am making gingerbread from a treasury of great recipes, and it is from Levens Hall. Vincent and Mary Price gathered several recipes from Levens Hall, including the gingerbread that I'm making, a hard sauce that I made a couple of months back, and in addition to this, he also gathered several ghost stories. But what Vincent says about the gingerbread is, the fragrance of gingerbread is very nearly the best part of it. This is the Levens Hall gingerbread recipe, and I wouldn't be at all surprised but that the scent of it wafting through the halls sets the Levens ghosts to prowling. I did a little research, and what I could find was at least 3 ghost stories. Vincent references 4 ghosts, but I found news and stories. News? Is ghost story news? I found stories of 3. There's a gray lady, there's a pink lady, there's a white fawn, and a black dog, according to Vincent's book, under a poached salmon recipe. We are going to cream together a stick of butter, room temp, and a cup of sugar. The story of the gray lady dates to the 18th century. Allegedly, a starving woman entered the manor asking for food and shelter from the weather. She was turned away. As she was turned away, she placed a curse on the manor, stating, quote, "No son shall inherit the hall until the river Kent flows no more, and a white fawn is born in the park." Legend has it, of course, that she then collapsed and died on the grounds in front of the hall. For 200 years, the estate passed down through the family line until the winter of 1896, when the following 2 events occurred. The River Kent froze over. A white fawn was born to the black Norwegian deer herd that lived on the manor grounds, and a male heir was born at the manor, effectively breaking the curse. The Gray Lady has been seen walking the manor grounds and appearing before cars in the car park by both family and visitors. So I didn't make any modifications to the recipe, with the exception of the fact that I am using King Arthur 1-2-1 gluten-free flour mix for this recipe, and I think the first time that I made it, I may have used King Arthur flour for it as well. It would have been either King Arthur or Bob's, but it worked well the first time. So I don't foresee any kind of issue with the gingerbread like last week's cookie situation. A ghost of a woman appears frequently before children, and once allegedly to an entire group of visiting adults on the manor's staircase. She is seen wearing a cap and apron and a long pink dress. She is dressed in the style of an 18th century housemaid. Visitors to the hall have reported seeing a small black playful dog that suddenly appears and disappears on the stairs, and many visitors have reported almost tripping over the pup as he appears very lifelike. So as I've said, I have made this one before, and when I made it the last time, I did make it with the hard sauce, which is basically butter, sugar, and brandy, and I'm not going to make that this time. But this is just a delicious gingerbread. It is very light, it is very fluffy, and I'm saying that even though I am using a gluten-free 1-to-1 flour, which gluten-free pastries tend to be very dense. This is very light and fluffy. The only real flavor to it is literally ginger. It has ginger powder and some sugar, but it doesn't have the other ingredients that usually go into a gingerbread, like cinnamon and nutmeg and clove. This is just ginger, and it is fabulous. So it is a little bit of recipe redemption, which is something I think that I needed. Man, I hate to continually bring up last week's cookies, but last week's cookies kind of took me down a notch. But this brings me up a peg. So I am very, very happy with it. And if you like what I do here, please feel free to hit the like button, subscribe if you would like, and I will see you next time.